Hello, welcome everyone. Good evening. Oh my goodness, it's another Friday. I am excited today because, you guys know the week has always been great. So nothing to compare. So I just want to say, each and everyone, thank you so much for your dedication, for your time, for being on the show. And I am sorry, we have technical issue, but don't worry, we are gonna be doing better. All right. So this evening, I won't take much of our time. I am very excited because I have titled this topic The Difference Between Our Desires and Our Aim. So, but before I go further in our topic this evening, I want you to know that, if there's any questions that you might have, please do not forget, do not hesitate to drop your questions. And I'm going to be taking them because I'm going to be the one speaking tonight. Tonight, there is no guest coming. So it's just me and you. So, welcome on the Speaker Show. My name is Niniola Fatai. I'm the host, your one and holy. So, like I said before, that this evening we're going to be talking about desires. I want you to think for a second, you know, what do you understand? Like, what are your desires? What are your goals? Because a lot of time people mix all these things up and then they tend to go for desire and then they don't know the difference between their aim and all of that. So I'm going to bring those clarification for you tonight. Now, understand clearly that desire is one of those things, like it's a feeling of something that you want for yourself, that you want to do, that you propel your mind towards, that I want to do this. Now, understand, it can be in something invisible and sometimes it can be something visible. But when we talk about aim is something that like you work, you set goals, that this is what I want to achieve this time, this is what I want to do. I'll give an example of a aim. Let's say, for example, you decide that by the end of 2024 I want to have about like $500,000 in my account. That's the amount I want to make. What do you do when you make that kind of, when you have that kind of aim for yourself? So you work towards it. How do you work towards it? By setting small goals that are achievable, that will help you to get those things done. You just don't start big and say, okay, this is what I want to do. You set realistic goals that will help you to achieve that aim that you've set in your mind. And aim is very, very important because it propels us towards our desires as well too. So, desire is amazing. It is something that each and every one of us should strive towards, that we should have. You should have a mindset of like, where you want to get to, like where you want to be in the next 5 years. You see all these glorious things, you see yourself, even though it's invisible, you see yourself like, walking in the path that you envision for yourself, that I want to have a magnificent life. I want to have a wonderful, beautiful lifestyle. So you have those desires, but many have desire, but yet they end up not achieving. But I'll tell you, what makes the difference between someone who achieve and someone who is not achieving is the work they put in. Why are many people going to get jealous of you, for example? People are going to get jealous because you understanding that many people have the same passion that you have. Many people have the same ambitions that you have. But what makes the difference is the work that you put in to achieve what you want for your life. What others did that they're jealous of you is because they didn't put the work in, and now they're looking towards what you have put into. So that's what makes the difference. So when we're talking about him, you need to be ready to, like, what are your goals? Set goals, realistic goals that will propel you to achieve so much more, in your life generally. Because I'll tell you, this is 2024. A lot of things are changing now. I had a friend of mine that was discussing with me, and then my friend mentioned to me, and then my friend was like, take a look at it. The world is changing. The world is changing now, that it's so bad. right now that things are getting really, really expensive. And then, we still remain where we are. The job is still the same, the paycheck is still the same. Now, the question is that many people are okay with that situation. Many people are okay with what the world is throwing at them, and they're not doing anything about it. Rather, they're just complaining. But my question for you is, what are you doing about that situation? What are you doing to have a different life, to change your lifestyle, to change the life of the people around you, to change the life of your children? And many of you, at the end of the day, the kind of lifestyle that you live, it matters a lot because it starts from home. They said charity start from home. If your children can look up to you, or your family, or your spouse can't even look up to you and say, I want to be like this person, I want to do like this person, they see you as a role model. The question is, what are you doing with your life? What are you doing? What are your desires? Many that have desired and let it just slide down. So you need to awaken those things that you have dreamed of, that you have wished for yourself. You need to awaken those things so that way, they can stir up again. Those fire, those energy can stir up again to get you in a better place. So you need to set a proper standard for yourself. And all these things also have to do with the level of your consistency. Your consistency, your determination, your passion. Because when you have passion and determination towards what you want to achieve in your life, they help you to get that route, that route to your desire, to it being fulfilled. Oh, I think you didn't catch that. You need to catch that one more time. So they help you when you have desire and you're determined. See, determination is very, very important. There are a lot of times that, I have experienced that, a lot of times there's some certain things that we want to do. But at the end of the day, I will just cross my finger and I'll like, that lazy part of us just pop in. And then you're like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this, oh, blah, blah, blah. We give all sort of excuses to the reason why we end up not doing it. So I just want to encourage you that you need to be committed to yourself. When you say something that this I don't want to do again, be committed to it. Stick to it. Stick to your word. Stick to what you have said for yourself. Stick to it and let nothing change it, because all these little things will help you to get to the next level, will help you to achieve what you want for yourself in 2024. The time is ticking. The time is ticking. So if you think there's a lot of time for you to get to do the things that you want to do, you're only deceiving yourself. You're only deceiving yourself. And now I want to tell you something that, desire, it fled like it's a fuel that shows you a clarity. So when you have desire, it's more like you have a clarity of where you're going, clarity on your dreams, on your goals. So when you do that, when you have those desire, it motivates, like, it propels the force that help you to dedicate, to want to achieve an outcome, bring something forth from within you to life. So now I need to tell you another thing is that when we talk about desire has different kind of level. We can look at desire in the positive side and we can look at it in the negative side. But I'll give an example. Let's take, for example, I was reading something the other day and I read this about a young man that, we all know what drug does, like, in the society that we are in right now. And then I'm sure that you know how so many people are addicted to drugs. So when people are being addicted to drugs, this particular guy, he literally saved his money about like $2,000 a day from his paycheck. So he saved that money in order for him to have something to buy the drug. So it became an habit. It became something that he had to do regardless, even though he doesn't have the money. You see people on the street, even when they don't have enough money to eat, But because they just want the drug, they just want something. The money that you give them, they will use it to go get drugs. They will use it to buy that. Do you ever wonder why? Do you even ask yourself why when you see people like that? Do you ever ask yourself that? Because the truth is that that is where their aim and their desire is propelled towards. So, because of that, so this young guy, he saved this money in order for him to like buy the drugs and then do all kind of things, and then he end up turned to like every crime and illegal things. All he could do, he did so much wrong in order for him to have that money saved for the drug. But now let's think about it in a different way. Let's say, for example, he saved that money and he decide in his mind that I want to build a company, I want to do something, I want to help others, I want to be an impact in the life of my children, I want to do something significant. And then he start with the company. You know how much of what he will achieve today. So that's an example of a negative and a positive desires. So we need to have right desires. It's very, very important because you can't achieve anything without having right desires. So I'm going to be taking some of the question because I'm still going to be going on, but I have a question right here that says determination and self-desire helps people to achieve their goal. Absolutely, it does. But if dreams are not achievable with all these qualities, can you advise us on what to do? Now, absolutely. If dreams are not achievable with all this, see, there's one thing I need to tell you really quick before I answer that question. It doesn't matter how much dream you have. It doesn't matter how big your vision is. It doesn't matter how many things that you can achieve. If you don't have the right desire and the right aim to help you get to that next level, nothing is gonna happen. One is just going to remain stuck. So absolutely, what I would advise in this situation is that you need to know your desires. You need to work towards it. And the three things that anchors desire, I'll tell you, the three things that anchor desires: persistence, determination, and passion. Those are the three things that helps with desire. They come in connection with desire. So you need to have that. And then I'll tell you something: if you have passion and you don't have desire, nothing is going to happen. If you have dreams and you don't have desire, see, desire is the major goal, is the goal, because it's like you're seeing a vision, it's like you're seeing a revelation of yourself, or where you see, or where you think in your mind that you can be, that you're not there yet. So it's invisible. So you need, it's like you connecting it with your dream. And that's why you need aim. What are your aims? See, many will ask, what are your aims? Because your aim is going to help you by setting goals, realistic things, accomplishments, starting small, celebrating. Those little things will help you in order to do that. And then, yes, and then someone else also mentioned here that it is very important to have a strong determination. Absolutely. You need to have a strong determination, because if you don't have determination, where are you going? Where are you heading? You don't know. You're just gonna keep parabolating. You're gonna keep roaming about, roaming about, roaming about. And I'll tell you, why do you think people get comfortable in their comfort zone? Why do you think people don't strive for more? Why do you think people just settle for less? It's because they don't have strong determination. Their passion is not strong enough, and their desire to achieve is not realistic. And that's why they remain where they are without doing much in their life. And then you will see a lot of people by the time they reach age 60, you wonder what's happening in your life. What have you done in the past years that 60, you're still doing nothing, or you still at this point in your life? And then you will hear so many excuses because they didn't set the priority right. They didn't, but they think they did. And it's not easy. You need to understand that, because I'll tell you, it's easy to say, but I'll tell you, when you put it into practice, it will help you. You need to be able to envision what you want to be now. Nothing is guaranteed. I understand that absolutely, that nothing is guaranteed. But at the same time, when you set the right goal, when you are prepared, when you plan, and God manifests it, whatever you believe in, manifest it, because it's not going to be done by your power or by your ability alone. So you need to understand the difference between him and desire, and why you need to have a desire, why you need to have somewhere that you are heading. Now, another person said, persistency, passion, and desire are the engine that drives people's dream to realistic result. Yes, of course, it is. It is. Because if you're not persistent, if you're not doing it, yes, it's not working out, or yes, it's working out, but you show up. You show up. Showing up is the major key. When you show up, you're definitely going to get the result that you want. But not that you will show up once, not that you will show up two. Imagine somebody who has a pizza store and this and decide that, you know what, because today I didn't make any sales, because today or for the past 1 week I didn't make any sales, so I'm going to shut down. What's going to happen? But persistency, that, you know what, either I make it or I don't make it, either somebody coming or not, I'm still going to show up. See, your ability to show up in whatever level, whatever situation, whatever circumstances, or whatever goal, or whatever thing that you've set for yourself, being able to show up makes a lot of difference, makes your journey easy to achieve. See, many people will be like, oh, I don't know anybody, I just stay, it's just me alone, and then you wonder, okay, why? Get out of your bed, get out of your room. Nothing is going to come to you in your room, in your home. No, you need to step outside to look for what you want. Step outside to go after something. Meet people, connect with people. You just never know. You never know. So you need to show up. There's anything that you need to take home in this episode today, is showing up. Showing up. And the sign of showing up shows the level of your commitment. The sign of showing up shows how much you are determined to achieve success. You are determined to work hard. You are determined to be someone, not just to be a regular person or settle for less. Showing up is the word. Just show up regardless. Show up. Is working, is not working, just show up. Show up. All right. So if there's no any more questions, it's been beautiful. I would love to keep talking because, when we're into this, it's always beautiful. It's always beautiful to learn one thing or the other. But the most important thing is that, if, for the people who are just joining us, if you want to drop your questions, that would be amazing. But if there's no question, I'm just going to say something, and then I'm just going to give us a word that I would like you guys to take home. And then, and next week, we're going to be having a fantastic time. Trust me. Next week is going to be amazing, amazing, amazing. So, other than that, if there's no any other questions coming up, all right. So someone just said right here that what a great, okay, persistency is the key. 1 second. All right. So, persistency is the key to prosperity. Showing up is the virtue. Okay, so somebody else just dropped another. All right. So, you guys, honestly, thank you when you're dropping your questions. It's very encouraging. So, I want to say a very big thank you to each and every one of you for doing that. So, yes, Do you mean a home is not building in a day, but laying strong foundation helps you to build on it gradually, and before you know, you would have the master. You will have the you be you would have master your business. Absolutely, yes. Yes, a home is not built in a day. So you have to keep working on it. And that is why, like I said, showing up, persistency, determination are the fuels, are the fuel that guide you towards your desire. And most importantly, having Him. And the Him is by setting goals, saying, this is what I want to do. Challenge yourself, stretch yourself. Stretch. You need to stretch. Stretch yourself by challenging yourself. So, other than that, I just want to say a very big thank you to each and every one of you. It's been a very wonderful evening. I love teaching. This is what I love to do. And I'm just gonna tell you. So please, if you find this message to be very, very helpful, please share it. Share it to your loved ones, to your friends, share it with them. You never know a life that you're going to touch or that you're going to be a blessing to by sharing the message. And do not forget to to click on the notification button so you can get more. We have a lot of episodes that they're coming up, this year. So I don't want you to miss out on anything. I want you to be part of this, and I want to see your life change tremendously. So please click on it on the notification button so you can always get an update from us all the time. So without being said, I just want to say thank you very, 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 very much for this evening. I remain your one and only host, Nino Lafatai. But before I go today, I want to tell you something, that desire desire is called clarity. When there is clarity in your desire, then the rest become achievable. So keep that at the back of your mind. Keep it and always remember that. Without being said, I want you all to have a very wonderful night today and enjoy the rest of your evening. The Speaker Show, Nina Lafatai.